and welcome to your computing lesson for this week. So we are starting a completely new topic this half term in computing, and we are learning about spreadsheets. So our objective for today is to know what a spreadsheet, a row, column and a cell are, and we're going to try and use Purple Mash so that you can create your own spreadsheet. So a little rewind back to last half term's topic. Can you work out which one of these definitions is for an algorithm, a variable, and then repetition or repeat? So pause the video and have a go. So hopefully you can remember that an algorithm is a precise step-by-step set of instructions to solve a problem or achieve an objective. Then hopefully you can remember that if it's repeat or repetition, that is when a program runs a sequence of commands a set number of times, or it might repeat forever. So then the middle one then is variable, which is a value that the program needs to store, but it can be changed. That's just a little rewind back to our coding vocabulary. So play then. This is our topic for this half term. So what is a spreadsheet? Do you have any idea? If you don't, that's okay. And if you do know what a spreadsheet is, what might we use it for? Have you ever heard of anyone using a spreadsheet? So a spreadsheet is a type of computer program. Okay, they are useful for organizing information and for doing calculations. So here I've got an example spreadsheet for you. So this spreadsheet is for someone who's organizing a birthday party. So we've got the items down the side, then we've got the price of each one, we've got a time sign here, and then we've got the quantity. Equal sign, and then column F is then showing how much one cake would be, how much would 40 balloons be, how much would 10 packs of biscuits be. So this is then doing the calculations for us, it's organising that information. So rather than having to work it all out by hand, the computer's doing it for you. So you might use a spreadsheet when you're a bit older, maybe to sort out your bills or to do a budget. Anything that's going to help you to organise. We use them all the time in school to help organise what you've got on your spelling scores, for example. So we write all of those into a spreadsheet so that we can see how well you've done in your spellings. Okay, so they are really useful. It's a computer program that's going to help you with maths, really, help you with some calculations. Okay then, so vocabulary for this half term. We are looking at rows, columns and cells. Can you have a think? I've tried to outline them in the black boxes. So is this box here showing a row, a column or a cell? What about this one? Ooh, not that one. And then what about this one? So this one here then is the cell. Okay, so the cell is just one box on a spreadsheet. That is a cell. This one would also be a cell. This one would also be a cell. So all of the boxes, each one is a cell. Then we've got a row and a column. This one is the row. It's a row going across. That's also a row. That's also a row. So then the last one then, this is a column. And that would be a column, that would be a column, that would be a column. Okay, so you've got rows going across, columns going down, and the cells are the individual little boxes. Lovely. Right then, I'm now going to show you how to access the program called To Calculate on Purple Mash, and we're going to have a go at 4 different tasks and have a go at each one. First things first, can you open up, if you can, if not, you can just watch me do it for today. But if you can you open up a Google tab or Internet Explorer or whatever it is you're using and log on to Purple Mash? Off you go. Lovely. Hopefully you are now onto Purple Mash as well. So you can have your screen kind of split screen so you can see me on one side and then you've got Purple Mash on the other side as well. Okay. Well, when we get onto Purple Mash then, you should have a little notification where the red like bell is. I think is it a bell or is it a little tick box? Whichever one it is at the side, and that should hopefully tell you that you've got a little notification and you've got a to-do. So if you click on that, hopefully it will say to calculate. So click on launch to do and hopefully it will come up and look a bit like this. So for today, I want us to go on to sheet. So at the top here, not lesson, I want you to click on sheet, and I want you to click on this one here that says FX with a little magic wand. So that's the most advanced one. So if you click on that, hopefully your screen now looks a little bit like mine. So let's remember that vocabulary we had earlier. If I click on this box here, is that a cell, a column, or a row? That would be a cell. If I click on F up here, you can see it's highlighted all of this. What would that be? That is a column, and that one would be a row. Okay, so it's exactly the same. So all the boxes are the cells. We've got the columns along the top, rows down the side. And you can see that these ones are named a little bit like if we were doing coordinates. So we've got A1 is this cell, B1 is this cell, B2 is this cell. Okay, right. Right then, in each cell, you can have a letter, a number, a colour, or a picture. Okay, there's loads of different things you can do with this. So we're going to start off and build our way up. So the first thing I want you to do is in E4, I want you to put the number 4. See if you can do that for me. So here's E4, and I'm going to put the number 4. In I6, can you put the number 9? So I6, number 9. In H2, can you write hello? Okay, you can try hello. In C8, can you write your name? So C8. There we go. I'm going to try and change this colour. So I'm going to change this one to purple. I'm going to change this whole row, whole column, sorry, to orange. See if you can change the colour of a row. So I was going to give you a couple of minutes now, just have a little play around, see if you can put a mathematical symbol in there as well. So pause the video, have a bit of a play with everything, and then play it again, and we will keep going. Lovely. Right, what I want us to do, all have a go at now, is adding and taking away a column. So if you look in this bottom right-hand corner down here, you should see a plus sign. So every time I press the plus, another column comes up. If I want to get rid of a column, I press the minus button. Right then, let's start new. So you can just discard that. So click on new, make sure it's the FX one, and then we've got a nice clean page ready to start the next bit. Okay, then task 1 is complete. Having a bit of a play around with it. We're now going to have a go at task 2. So we're going to turn this spreadsheet into an addition machine, if you like. So I'm going to click on a number to go in A1. Then in B1, I'm going to put a plus. And then C1, I'm going to put the number 5. In D, I'm going to put an equal sign. Oh, and look, without even typing anything, in E1, the answers come up straight away. So I'm going to do 5, add 7, put my equal sign, answer is done straight away for me. Okay, so once you've had a go at having a go at making an addition regime, can you have a go doing times tables? So 7 times 8 equals 56. So there's add, take away, multiply, divide, there's even brackets if you wanted to be really fancy. Don't worry about the symbol next to the brackets. I want you to have a go now. This is your second task, having a go at getting a number sentence to work and to give you the answer without you having to work it out. So pause the video, off we go. Lovely, hope you've had a good go at that. So now we're going to move on to task 3. So again, don't need to save anything yet, that's absolutely fine. So just click on new on the left-hand side, new, and open up a new page again. So same page every time, it's got the FX and the little magic wand. This time, we're going to have a go at putting an image into each one of our cells. So select any cell you want to. And then if you go to the bottom, the right-hand corner down here, you've got the colours, you've got a button, the text, and then you've got this button, the fourth one along, which is the clip art button. So if we click on this one, I can then drag. There we go. I can then select one of these coins and it will appear in my cells. I could do some addition with money if I wanted to. So I could do 10p, add 2p, equals, there you go. So I've used pictures this time. I've still got the calculation still been done for me. But if I didn't want to use money, I can click here on set image. When you've gone to set image, you can either draw your own image or you click on this one here where you've got the triangle, the tree, the tomato and the house. You can choose any clip art picture that you would like to. So you can go on something in the classroom. You can choose a dinosaur. You might choose a flag. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to go on animals and I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose this little dog. There he is. So I want you to just have a go at playing around with this and see if you can insert some pictures into your spreadsheet. You might want to insert the image into the entire row, a little row of rabbits, a column, sorry. You might want to select an area like this and put a picture of, oh, let's have a crocodile. There we go. So third task then, nice and simple. Have a go and at adding in some pictures, some clip art onto your spreadsheet. Off we go. Right, once you've done that then, this is task 3B. I want you to have a little go at using this control section down here. So this is the last button down here on the right-hand side, and it's the one that's got 2 arrows. So when you click on this, this gives us lots of different tools we can use in our spreadsheet. And we'll learn all of these as we go through the weeks. So there's 2 I want us to have a look at today. One of them is this one. This is the drag and drop. So if I click on, let's click on one of my rabbits. If I click on the drag and drop symbol, you should be able to see it. It's quite faint. There is now a little cross up here in the corner. That then means when I drag this cell, I can move my rabbit wherever I want to. Whereas a rabbit that's not got the drag and drop, I can't move them. Okay, so to do that, I'll do that again. So you click on the cell you want to be able to move, click on the little arrow down here, and in the top left-hand corner, it should have a little symbol that means I can now move this. So I can now drag this 2p around my spreadsheet, and you can see it's now overriding the picture of the alligators. The picture of the alligators going because I'm moving the 2p onto it. So the second thing I want to do is I want you to learn how to use the lock button. So if you click on a cell that you don't want to be able to be overwritten, you want it to always be that, you can click on this padlock and you should be able to see in this corner here, you've now got a little padlock. And that means that even if I tried to move my 2p over the top of the alligator or the crocodile, it won't let me because this is locked now. It's stuck there. I can't change it, okay, until I go and unlock it, and then I would be able to. Okay, so that's task 3B, and then we'll be on the last task, have a go. Okay then, so this is our final task for today, and this is the one that I want you to save and upload so I can then see it. So start a new page again, and this time I want you to type into cell A1 the words first number, B1 second number, and then C1 I want you to type in the word product. Okay, so what we've been doing so far has been fairly simple. And now we want to have a real look at how we could actually use these spreadsheets to really help us and how we would use them in the real world and how we use proper formula with our spreadsheet. So once you've typed those 3 things in, I want you to just add numbers to the column that says first number and then numbers to the column that says second number. Any numbers you want. So I'm going to go for 3, 4, 88, 73 and 100. And then for the second number, I'm going to go for 5, 99, 13, 32, and 44. What we could do if we wanted to multiply these numbers together, which is the product of something when you times things together. So what we could do is we could do 3, then we could put a times button, then we could put the 5, and then the equals. But when we use proper spreadsheets, like an Excel spreadsheet, there's another way we can do that using a formula. So every formula starts with an equal sign. So what I want you to do now is I want you to select cell C2, and we're going to write a formula into this that is going to make 3 times 5, and it's going to tell us the answer, the product of 3 and 5. So we're going to put an equal sign. Then I want you to think about, I want to choose this number here. But I don't just want to write the number 3. How else could I identify this block here? Well, it's cell A2. So if you click on it, you can see that now, look, it's come up in my formula. So I've got equals A2. Now I want to put times, and this is where spreadsheets are a little bit different. We can't just put an X because that might be confusing if you've got a cell that's named something X. So you're going to put a little asterisk. And the way you get a little asterisk is you press on the shift button and then the number 8. And you get a little asterisk. And when you see that, that means times. So far I've got equals A2, which is this cell, times, and I want to multiply it by this cell. So I'm going to click on this side, and then I'm going to press enter. And as you can see, the answer, 3 times 5, has now come up here as 15. So Why is this useful? I hear you saying, why can't I just put the buttons in like we were before? Well, the way that this can be really useful and save you a lot of time is you can now copy this formula down to the other cells. You don't have to change the numbers because it will do it automatically for you. So if you click on the bottom of the box, an arrow should come up. You can then drag this formula all the way down, and then you've got the products for all of these different rows the whole way down. If you want to check your formula is correct, so this formula here has got equals A4, yeah, asterisk means times, yeah, E4, yeah, there it is. There's my answer. So this one, it's changed it automatically because I've dragged it down, equals A6, asterisk means times E6. So you can put any numbers into these. So I could put 77 and 1, for example, I'm going to put it right. Drag this formula down, and there you go. There's my answer. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to have a go at this, see if you can get this to work. So remember, you have to have an equal sign first. Remember that the asterisk equals times, and then you drag it down by selecting, you click on the cell, find the arrow, and then drag it down. Okay, if there's no cells for it to multiply, the answer will just be 0. Okay, when you've done this, you then click on exit, click on save and exit, and then I should be able to see it on your to-do. Well done, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.